What's good, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty Mobile, which was just revealed by Activision and is coming out this year in 2019, free to play. So kind of a mouthful there, but this is really exciting news, and I decided I wanted to make a video about this and kind of share this information. Also, make sure that you guys are aware of this and sign up for the pre-registration form so you can play the beta when that comes out sometime this year. So right now, the schedule for the beta is sometimes over the summer, and then we can imagine that the full version of the game will be released shortly after that, or maybe in the fall. Then that kind of makes me think that maybe they'll coincide it with the next release of Call of Duty, which could definitely lead to a very interesting fall season, especially with this game coming out, because the way that they're doing this is really, really interesting. So let's start talking about it. So first and foremost, like I said, the game is free to play, and it's kind of a mashup of all of the Call of Duties, it seems right now. The current model, when you see the gameplay trailer and stuff like that, seems kind of futuristic, more from like the Black Ops 1 to like Modern Warfare 3 era, or at least let's just say from maybe Modern Warfare 2 to current era, I should say. I shouldn't kind of cap it at any point in time. I saw some weapons that they did in the creative class, which I'll show here, where you could, what was playable, they had the AK-74U, the AK-47. Looks like there might have been an ACR, like an intervention type weapon. And then they also had abilities that we saw in the latest Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and they had kill streaks from the older Call of Duties. I saw like the older sentry gun looking thing, a Predator missile. So it definitely looks like this is going to be a giant mashup, but kind of set in the current time with a little bit of like futuristic aspects, which I think is a really great idea. And this also kind of makes me speculate that maybe this is what they're doing with the next Call of Duty, because there's a lot of questions surrounding what's going to happen with Blackout and what's going to be the next Call of Duty Battle Royale. And to me, it would be really cool if the next Battle Royale was kind of just a giant mashup of all the Call of Duty games, and then that was the final Call of Duty Battle Royale, and they wouldn't have to come out with a new one. They could constantly just update that, and it would also give them so much more range with weapons, maps, characters, all of that stuff, and they wouldn't have to worry about updating it again, because it's hard to pick between, you know, if they do an Infinity Ward Battle Royale, then they can't do all the stuff from Sledgehammer Games, and I'm blanking on the other one, Treyarch Studios. So it would be nice if they just mashed everything up. And speaking of studios, this game is actually being produced by Tencent Games, which is a Chinese company. They're actually one of the largest companies in China, and they've been kind of invested in kind of partaking and a lot of stuff going on in the gaming world here in the US, and they actually produced PUBG Mobile. They're in kind of partnership with PUBG, which is one of the most successful mobile games out there. I don't know if it still is, but for a long time they were beating Fortnite in the mobile world, which obviously Fortnite has way more players, and that the PUBG Mobile is like works really, really well. Sometimes it's shocking how well it works, and it looks pretty good. Sometimes people say that it actually plays better than the regular version of the game on PC and console. So this will definitely be interesting to see. When you watch the trailer here, you can see that the graphics look pretty solid, and it's weird that we're entering this world where mobile games now look way better than, you know, the consoles we used to play growing up, at least for me as someone in my 20s, that, you know, the current version of mobile games look better than N64, Dreamcast, maybe even PS2 at this point, which to me is just crazy, and they're so accessible. They said this game is launching in North America, South America, Europe, and I forget if they listed a couple other countries. It's basically going to be playable anywhere where you have a phone and where there's like no censorship. If you guys weren't aware that a lot of times Call of Duty isn't allowed to be released in China because of some censorship rules, and they usually have to like tweet the game and they come out with another one. I think they have like Call of Duty Online that's available there. So basically any place where you can access the internet and it's kind of less censorship issues, you're going to be able to play this game for free, which is crazy. And that's kind of why I think PUBG Mobile has been so successful. I've seen a lot of people playing it in Europe and the Middle East, especially when I get on in the morning and I'm checking like Twitch or YouTube gaming. It seems like a lot of people are playing across the world, and we're entering this new stage of gaming where the access is kind of crazy and the new model is free to play, which to me is really, really interesting, and I hope you guys are excited about this. But hopefully for Call of Duty's sake, it's not too little too late, because they should have been jumping on this bandwagon way earlier. I mean, because of all the money that Activision has, you would imagine that they would have a mobile game like this out way before Fortnite or PUBG, but that's just is what it is. So sometimes it could be better late than never. We'll have to see when it comes out. So going back to what I was saying, a mashup of like, seems like various different games. They said that they're going to have regular PvP style game modes, so all the standard stuff, TDM, free for all, I'm assuming domination. They made a big highlight about search and destroy, and a lot of articles are saying that they're going to have a heavy focus on like competitive playlists and kind of esports stuff on the app, which I thought was kind of interesting, because to To me, that seems still more of like a PC or console thing, like more hardcore gamers, but we'll see how that works. Then at the end of the video, they also hinted at Battle Royale coming on the app, on the mobile game, which is going to be crazy. There also is a small hint for zombies, which you have to expect that they would include zombies. That's such a big part of the Call of Duty fan base and gameplay. There was also some images of dogs, which used to be the old kill streak and also in some of the older games. So it seems like this is going to have the best of all of the Call of Duty world. And this could be a really big title coming out. So just to highlight here, it's free. The beta is coming this summer. Should be playable right after that. Going to be interesting to see how they do this. And if it takes away, you know, like a lot of players from the regular version of the game. And we're going to be heading into this new world of really intense mobile gaming where I feel like people are going to start buying setups for their phone, like thumbsticks and stuff like that for their phone. I've already seen people buy kind of adapters for mouse and keyboard for phone for PUBG Mobile. So I feel like it's going to become like the phone might become the new console sooner or later if they really start putting so much focus into these games. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you interested in playing this game? Do you think mobile is going to be the future and like take over console and people buying these devices where, I mean, mobile could take over PC gaming. Almost everyone has a phone. Not everyone has a desktop computer that's powerful enough to game. And if all you need to do is buy an adapter for a mouse and keyboard, this really in the future, in 5 years from now, could take over the gaming world. So let me know what you guys think about that. And if you're going to be playing this game or you're kind of over Call of Duty, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. So as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5 and peace out.